Hi friends! I made a slideshow today, spent most of the day, January 12th, 2022. Making a slideshow because I am overdue for some creativity, and this one has been on my mind for the past 6 months. So here it is, finally completed. I will warn you ahead of time that there might be words spoken during this slideshow that could possibly be taken as highly offensive depending on who you are. But the creator of this slideshow is a Christian with Celtic ancestry, which is the whole reason I chose the subject. It is meant to be educational, but of course, as in everything I do, also personal. I have a total of 8 different symbols with meanings explained and about 4 examples of each symbol to introduce you to the table of contents briefly. The symbols included in this slideshow are TRIQUETRA, also known as the Trinity knot, TRISKELE or TRISKELE, CLADDAGH, Celtic cross, SWASTIKA, sword, SHAMROCK, also known as Irish clover, and last but not least, the lover's knot. I will mention a few supportive scriptures throughout the dialogue. I hope you enjoy. First image, TRIQUETRA, also known as the Trinity knot. The number 3 is sacred in Celtic tradition because they believe everything sacred in life comes in threes. For example, we have the Trinity God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. A basic family unit is composed of 3 persons, father, mother, and child. The circle of the basic life stages are birth, life, and death. And then we could also look at our home planet Earth with land, ocean, and sky. In general spiritual terms, the circle represents supernatural motion that keeps things moving continuously. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken, as the Bible quotes in Ecclesiastes 4:12. I like this TRIQUETRA with the heart because it's made with neon colors and it looks like a sewing patch. It's one of my favorite slides. The second image is called a TRISKELE, or TRISKELE could be referred to. The arms spiraling out reflect a balance between your inner consciousness and your higher self. As you can see, the number 3 is present, and the root word tri means 3. Anything that starts with TRI means 3. Trinity, TRISKELE, TRIQUETRA, etc. Again, number 3 is the most sacred number in Celtic spirituality. I like how some versions have a triangle in the middle and others don't. This one does, but it's very different, you know. Each symbol can appear very different, but it's the same symbol in different ways. I liked this one because of the color, also the thickness of the lines. It reminds me of the sea waves. The next one we have is the CLADDAGH. This represents the cherished relationships and is one of Ireland's most precious and recognized images of 2 hands embracing a heart adorned with a crown that symbolizes purity. There's a quote associated with the word CLADDAGH, made of 3 words: friendship, love, and loyalty. Very popular. It's one of the most popular love relationship types of symbols, when Celtic symbols used in marriage ceremonies. Okay, so the next symbol we have is the Celtic cross, Very, very popular as well. I chose some of the most popular ones. The Celtic cross is a form of a basic Christian cross with a circle and is generally used to display Irish heritage, said to have been created by St. Patrick in order to help him explain Christianity to the pagans that he was trying to convert. The circle can mean many things, really whatever you want it to mean. As with any symbol, you can put your own meaning on it. But one of the meanings that I like the most associated with this symbol is to look at the circle like a halo that represents the supernatural. Some pagans of his time, which was in the Dark Ages, also worshipped the sun. So he put the cross on top of the sun to show Christ's dominance, as well as combining it with a representation of, quote unquote, the light of the world, which is what Jesus is referred to as. Sometimes Celtic imagery is embellished and or combined with other symbols, like these art forms of carved statues of Celtic crosses that usually function on gravestones. This is one of my favorites because it has a TRISKELE in the center as well as a CLADDAGH around it. So there's three symbols here combined in one. The next we have is the swastika. The swastika was originally a symbol of good luck, peace, and prosperity. The word swastika literally means it is good or all is well. Used in many different world cultures, actually, not just the Irish. As you can see, examples. This one we have here is a Hindu version of the swastika. And the next swastika shown on the slideshow is carved as a decoration in a window in the country of Ethiopia. Sword. The Celtic symbol of a sword is often worn as a brooch to honor their ancestors' bravery in battle. I personally have Celtic Irish ancestry, and I carry a type of a dagger around with me everywhere I go for self-defense. The sword also represents Archangel Michael, who is a victorious, powerful warrior of God. In the Bible, the sword is representative of the Holy Spirit, with the armor of God. Isaiah 49, verse 2, says, "He has made my mouth like a sharp sword, and in the shadow of his hand he has concealed me. He made me into a polished arrow, and concealed me in his quiver. He gave me speech that would cut and penetrate." Every illustration that you're going to look up online of clip art of Archangel Michael always is depicted with a sword. Shamrock, also known as the Irish clover. A shamrock normally has three parts to it, but the most well-known type of shamrock is called a four-leaf clover and is considered a lucky charm because it is so rare. As you can see, each leaf in the shape of a heart, so it's basically a stem with three hearts. If you were to draw it, that could represent magic, faith, and love. Here's a field of them, naturally occurring in nature abundantly. And here's one up close. Next we have a beautiful painting on wood of a four-leaf clover or shamrock, considered one of the most well-recognized symbols of luck all throughout the world. The eighth image we have the lover's knot, traditional symbol of eternal and enduring love. Very fitting for the eighth image because it is a knot in the shape of an 8. A circle represents an infinity, and two circles together, intertwined infinity symbols, represent two people coming together as one, which explains the term quote-unquote lover's knot. Tying the knot is a term that is generally referred to as the act of getting married. To become one. This is a lover's knot, tie-in rope. Very strong knot. Some other Celtic symbols are the butterfly, the harp, the tree of life, among others. I hope I was able to broaden your knowledge of comprehending Celtic Irish symbolism. Thank you for watching.